Hello everyone, Mathrall here. Welcome to the weekly update video for RS3. Now well, not RS3, but OSRS. Now we do have quite a bit to actually go over. First up, I'll go over the update for the day, but then also there's a Steam beta announcement, also the fishing skill boss, temporary polls, some stuff to go over after the main chunk of this. So it is nearly at the end of 2020, which does mean it is time for the Christmas event. So, the Christmas event does start, and it jingle bells, bando smells, all that good nature. But head over to the Goblin Village, just north of Asgarnia, well, Falador, the northern part of Asgarnia. Just north of the Falador teleport, I believe. I usually don't use the regular teleports, usually always jewelry. But just north of that at the intersection, there's more snow than usual, so do check that out. Plus the event. Not going to downplay that. There's also the settings rework improvements, so they made a couple small changes to last week's setting reworks, which is the bomb button has been re-added to the side panel. Fixed the bug that occurred when teleporting with the audio tab open on the side panel. Fixed the typo in the settings menu. The brightness and client sizes settings have been moved back to the side panel. And the position of the call servant and house exit buttons have been swapped in the player and house settings, so the call servant button once again lines up conveniently with the side panel button that opens the menu. So there is a little bit of Trailblazer changes, and it all kind of revolves around that the 200 Slayer task wasn't showing as completed. So, unfortunately this meant that any players who already completed the task in question now had an extra 250 league points, as they technically completed 2 tasks instead of 1, so around 500 players have been affected by the issue. So, 500 players in the grand scale of everything is not that game breaking, because it's hard to say if they wouldn't be able to complete a different task, or if they were able to complete a different task. It's kind of hard to say, but it is still possible to complete the correct task after doing this, which will grant the intended 250 points in addition to the 250 bonus ones. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. A few more things though. The mining gems will now give the correct experience rates when Endless Harvest has been chosen. So right out the gate, if you choose that, you now get the right amount of XP. Last recall will no longer save your location in the underwater Mogre camp to stop you from returning without the proper equipment. Something to keep in mind, guys. And also, I am starting a brand new set of leagues too. I am actually going to take my hardcore account through it. Of course, he's not going to be hardcore in Trailblazer, but I wanted to try to see how far I could get within 30 days. Because obviously I'm not going to win because, well, not really being used to the areas yet. Because this game has changed quite significantly since this was, like OSRS was the current game. So it has changed quite significantly. A lot of changes, a lot of things are actually different from OSRS to RS3, which is actually, it's kind of staggering and shocking to some of the things that are actually different. A lot of things are the same, but there's actually a lot that are different. And I will say, being somebody who has played RS3 for a long time, I kind of got to tip my hat to OSRS because their bossing actually seems way harder than RS3. So, I mean, apart from the new bosses, which can absolutely stomp you in a couple of hits, OSRS seems to make me struggle even in the easiest bosses like Garador, which in RS3 you kind of just go AFK and fight them. But anyway, don't forget the rankings are as is are the Dragon at 45,210, Rune at 3450, Adamant at 17,590, Mithril at 6,440, Steel at 2,120, and Iron at 540, and Bronze at 100. Don't forget, Prime plays Soul Wars, so do check it out from December 15th. Those who have linked your old school RuneScape and Prime Gaming accounts will be able to play Soul Wars before anyone else. So get into your own special Wars game worlds and access the entirety of the minigame. So do check that out, guys. So there's another thing here called the Shades of Morton rewards. Last they spoke about the changes that are making the Shades of Morton. They introduced new bark armors, which would be craftable with fine cloth, of course, a rare material found only within the minigame. However, during development, they realized that since fine cloth is tradable, the initial design of the armors could potentially be acquired with no minigame interaction at all. That's the problem. So the solution is that they propose that the ability to make the new armors could be learned from a set of scrolls hidden deep within the catacombs. Not only is that more thematic, but it also provides a real incentive to actually play the minigame. So yes, you would need to find cloth, but there's also the point of where you would need to be able to find the blueprints to be able to make the armor. Don't forget there's the official merch store update. There's actually a couple hats now. One from Bob Axes. One is Bob's Axes. And the other one, I actually don't see what it is called. But there's also the Dragon Mail T-shirt right here, which actually is looking pretty cool. So do check out the merch store. If you spend £30 or $50, you'll get a free mystery key ring. But if you spend £80 or $100, you'll get free tracking as well. So time to get those deals. In other news, in addition to today's game content changes, they made changes to the way a player works on mobile devices will log into their accounts. This is part of the series to improve their login system and reflect the continued efforts to tighten up account and system security. The first time you log in after the update, you will see a journey through a new login flow. The old school RuneScape app will launch a browser window, and I actually experienced this today. After initial login, you'll be able to use the Play Now option as before, meaning you won't need to go through all that every single time. It's just the initial setup to basically register your device. Players can no longer pick up certain easy clues when they already have one. The message of the week broadcasts now appear in League Worlds. Collector 890 now states the correct cost of dark acorns in his dialogue. So that's actually it for that, but now we're going to head over to the Steam beta announcement. So if you go to the main page and if you click and you follow the instructions, this is basically how I would do this here. Register your account and get yourself registered with Steam. There is a step-by-step way of going about this that will give you access to the old school RuneScape beta. So do check it out if that is something that you're interested in. They want people to sign up for the beta because they want to make sure whenever it's ready for launch, whenever they do launch it, this way it goes as smoothly as possible. Also, as a temporary poll boss, poll blog. No, this is the Temporos poll blog. So keep in mind that they are actually doing poll blogs now. They are looking for how they want and how we want to do the new skilling boss. And the biggest thing I noticed right off the bat was they want to have it so here I'm going to go over the overview. So it is going to be scalable and accessible. So it should support group sizes from 1 to 40. Higher level experienced players shouldn't feel hindered by low level players, and these low leveled or new players should feel useful to their team. So people with 10 HP or level 3s or hardcore Iron Man should be able to participate without risk or too much risk. There should be risk. It should be a risk of failing the encounter if players aren't pulling their weight. Existing fishing methods have a lot of downtime, so tempers should be faster experience. It should, however, still be grindable without being exhausting. However, this is an alternative to the existing fishing methods and the current meta, not a replacement. So the boss shouldn't give the best XP, but best fish rates. So they don't want to stop everyone from fishing around Gillinor, as it just adds life and character to the world. So the rewards should complement traditional fishing. So their XP rates, their thinking should be 35 fishing is about 30k XP per hour, 70 fishing is 70k XP per hour, 99 fishing is 80k XP per hour. So there is going to be more coming of this. There's different locations that they're actually thinking about. So it is some stuff to actually go through. There is actually a lot here. There's actually a lightning attack, torrent attack. Now these are actually your attacks from the ships, but still. And the rewards can be collected from pools of debris that is left at the end of the encounter. These will always contain some resources, but of course, should you prevail successfully subdue Temperos, you'll receive more resources and earn a chance of gaining unique rewards. So they don't exactly say too much of what they are, other than the spirit flakes and the fish barrel. There's also the tackle box. So there is some stuff that they actually kind of do show, whether that's going to be it or not. And there's also like the Spirit Angler's outfit style. So also there's actually something here of the Tome of Water and Soak pages, which that has unlimited water runes. So an offhand with unlimited water runes, guys. So there's a lot of going on. Do check out the poll. Do check out the poll blog. See what you think of it, and of course give them your feedback. That's what they're looking for right now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, later, guys.